everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be going through how to make savings challenges on your own through Canva. I think that this is really important just because in the name of saving money, maybe you don't want to spend any money right now on all of the other savings challenges. As you guys already know, that there are 2 free saving challenges in my free budget binder bundle starter pack. It'll be linked down below. But I thought that I would start a new series on how to kind of create some of these things by yourself. So that's what we will be doing today. So type in canva.com. Make sure that you make an account so you can save all of your stuff. You can start off with the free version. I have the pro version, but I will do my best not to make anything or use any of the icons that have the little crown, since that means that it's for the pro version. So let's go ahead and create a design. We are going to do a custom size, and this is the size that we're going to be using. We're going to be making an A6 shaped savings challenges. So I'm going to do 3x6. Now, usually I think that I do 4.13 by 5.83. Is my usual A6 size, but I wanted to try something a little bit more skinnier, so we're going to do 3x6. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create that design, and you will get this. Now, something else that I want to do is you'll add a new page, right? So now this is both the same sizes, and so how you can check that is you can go to resize page. Now, this is the pro version, and that's only because you can, when you're done with everything, you can kind of what's the word, just kind of resize it, and then like it'll magically like resize everything. But something that you can do if you don't have the paid version is you can just go back to the beginning, make a new one, like make a new document, and then you can just resize that way. But we will be doing it this way. And then we'll do custom size again, and I am going to flip it. So we did 3x6. Now these are my usual ones, like my recent sizes. They'll always save it. That for my A6 ones, I do 4.1 by 5.8. We just did 3x6, so we're going to do 6x3. And you can kind of confirm that right here that we have a 3x6 right now. It'll show you the sizes right now. So if you're ever confused, you can just check it right here. But we're going to do 6x3, which is flipping it because I want a horizontal size. And then we'll kind of zoom out. So now we have our we'll have three 3x6s, and then we'll have another 3 set of 6x3. And 6x3 is 6 inches the horizontal way or the laying down way, and then we'll have 3 inches the standing up way or the vertical way, just for anyone that doesn't know kind of the dimensions. And you can do other dimensions. I always do mine in inches. But okay, so now we have our setup of what we're going to do. This is the bundle that we're going to make, right? So you'll come over into your left side and you'll go into your elements. I was kind of looking this stuff up before, and you can type in clouds, because that's what I want to do. There's graphics, there's photos, there's videos, there's also frames. So let's say you wanted to do a picture of something and you wanted the frame to be a cloud, you can use that little cloud dude right there. So I'm going to go into the graphics, and then you can kind of scroll, and I wanted something like pretty plain. So we could either do that cloud or we could do this little cloud right here. And something that I do like is it kind of does magic recommendations, and this is just for anyone that is using the pro version, is that once you click on something, it'll give you more recommendations based off of what you clicked. So then we have even more options to kind of choose from. But I wanted to do kind of like a step-by-step guide, so I won't be using, oh, but did I just choose one? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I've got to be a woman of my word. Hold on. Let's find something in here that doesn't have the crown, and that one does. This one doesn't. So let's use these little cloud dudes right here. Let's use this little cloud dude. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. My name is Irene. I do financial literacy, budgeting, savings. I'm a one-stop shop, but the core value says that this is a faith-based channel. For anyone that doesn't know, that I am an apostolic woman of faith. So all of the creations that we will be making in our saving challenges will always be Christ-themed and or Christ-centered, not necessarily themed, because Christ is a lifestyle. Anyways, I will make sure to add these to the Google Drive of all of the Irene free materials, so you'll be able to find all of these savings challenges, the starter bundle kit, and also the savings tracker. And then in the savings bundle kit, there are 2 additional free savings challenges that I made in there. And this is just kind of like, okay, like if you want to try something different, those other 2 are boring, or you just want something a little bit more drummed up, we have it right here. So there's a lot of things that we can kind of do with this that I just kind of want to show everyone, and I will be going back and forth. So let's go back into our, oh no, we're going to go into background, right? So sometimes you can just kind of type things in here. That's not going to work. Or maybe you want to do kind of like, let's just do like a hearts background. So these are kind of like the backgrounds that you can get. I just kind of want to show this, that for the Magic Media, I think that this is for the deluxe version. I'm not sure. But you can do images, graphics, videos, and this is kind of like their AI portion. So let's just do like a heart, let's do a tiny heart, tiny hearts, and crosses. It'll generate the image for you. And it'll kind of give you something. So like we could use this and then make this, you can set it like as your background and stuff like that. And then you have something like that. I'm not sure if this is under the pro, so we're not going to use that per se, but I just kind of wanted to show that to anyone that, was kind of having some issues with kind of like designing things, that you can kind of use the Magic Media to kind of like make your creations like come to life. So, okay, so we have our clouds. And we're going to size this one down a little bit. Maybe we'll size it down a little bit more. And then we'll go back over to our elements. And we can also do this in text as well. Let me do this in text so I can just show you guys text. So these are, I'll just show you my recently used. These are kind of like my favorite text that I use. So let me see if there's something in here for us. No, because these are all like the pro versions actually. So let me get out of that. So we'll just do a regular text box. And we will just do a small low income saving challenge. So we'll just make it $2. So when you have written out whatever you want to write out, you can go into this section right here at the top bar, and then you can look more at the fonts. Now there's a lot of, and then you can make it like heading, subheading. We can make it like subheading. I think the subheading will be pretty good for us, but we were on body before. That's the usual like text section, but we'll do subheading, and it usually comes bolded, but you can take that out if you don't want it bolded, but you'll just have to highlight it, and then we can make it unbold, and that's just kind of what it looks like. We'll keep it like that, or I don't know. We might change it. I have no idea. Okay, so let's go into our fonts. Now, again, we will only be using the free fonts, but as you guys can see, like there's tons of fonts in here. So there's lots and dozens of reasons. You don't have to spend any money on like the pro version. I just make so many things that it just makes sense. It's now justified. But we'll go in here and we'll find, and then we'll just make sure that this is highlighted. And then you can kind of see the fonts a little bit more. So let's like blow that up a little bit more. So there's that one. These are English fonts now that are in. I kind of like that one. And maybe, oh, but you can't bold it. Let's see what else. We have the Lovio. That one's not really doing it. I think I like that other one, that first one that we did. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit. And the nice thing is when you use a font, so let me like put this one in here, and it'll change. It'll have the ones that like we just used. So, so that's one that we used. See how we just used like the our emo or whatever it was? It'll like resurface. But I think I like the, what is this called? The Nexi1 font. So that's the one that we'll be using. And I don't think that you can highlight this one, but that's okay, or bold this one. Okay. So then there's that, right? So then all we would do, we've clicked it once and it'll bring up another, let me open this back up. It'll open up another bar. Let me just show you some more sides to this. So we'll kind of give like a good rundown of Canvas as well as we're doing this. You can do copy, paste, duplicate. That's what we're going to be doing. You can also use Control D. If you don't want to click, there's the layer section, but we'll kind of get into more of those things, but let's just do the basic thing. So you can kind of click this once, or you can do Control D, and then it'll get you like that second square. Or, so let's delete that one. You can highlight the whole thing and then do Control D, and then it'll bring you both the text and the shape. Or you can just kind of do it like that as well. Now something that we can do is I want to give this like enough room to breathe. Now once we kind of lay this section out, and we get this to where we want it to be, and maybe I do kind of want like a fourth one in here. So, and this just kind of moves like on its own, and then this is our original, so this one will move. So we can just like delete this one, and we can duplicate this one Do them all side by side. Duplicate another one. Okay, boom. So we have our first row right here. So then what we'll do is we'll copy all of them and we'll duplicate the whole row and then we'll place it down. So then you can kind of build it as you go. So you copy it again and then you can do Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D, and then you can just kind of drag them down. Oop. And then you highlight the row that you want it to be in, but now I feel like I did too much, so let me just redo it. So then we'll just do Control D. And then you can duplicate that section and then it'll space it however you want it. Boom. So then that's 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which I think 4 times 7 is 27, 28. I don't really do mental math, that's why I use my calculator, but I gave it a good chance. Okay, so now you have like your base, right? So then let's do the decoratings. But if you wanted to keep it just like this and you just wanted to put your start date and keep it as simple as this, you don't need any of the futz or the glitter or anything like that, this is your section right here. So now we'll go over to the elements, and I just sometimes like to type in Jesus to just kind of see what I get. And I'm looking more of like a word more than like a figure. But it looks like we'll just have to go ahead and create. But I do like this crown. I think we could use this crown. So sometimes like when I'm looking at things, like I'll just kind of like put all of our thing, kind of like click everything. But I'm not really liking anything. So let's just go ahead and create it. So let's go back over to our text. We are going to be doing a header this time. And we'll space that out. And we are just going to do the first one of just his name. And I think for this one, I'll do some affirmations. So let's go back into our text. And we can see what we like. No, I want something that like kind of like really stands out. No, that looks like too Game Boyish. I think I like that other one better. Which one did I just do? I think it was Horizon that we did. Yes. So we're going to put a crown on Jesus. And something else that you can do is you can also, there's a way to like bend the letters. You can space the letters out. You can kind of really space them out if you want. And maybe we'll just kind of do it like that. Maybe I just kind of like that. I won't do anything too complicated. So we just have like Jesus right now. And then we can do position. I know I just said that I wasn't going to, this is where you can find the layers of how things are right now. And it'll highlight over it. Let me get back focused. Okay. So we can do add a text box. You can do it that way, or you can go back over into the detailed settings, and we're going to do a subheader under. And then just do some, we'll say Jesus protects me. Jesus protects me. Something super simple, something that is true. And then let's go in and let's find a different text. Okay, so I wanted to do more of just something that you can say every day or every time that you do this is Jesus protects me in all aspects of my life. And now let's figure out like a background, right? So maybe we just want to do regular background. Maybe we do purple. Maybe we do orange. I'm liking this purple right here. Let's do that purple. Or there's sometimes that you can kind of do these lighter peaches. Okay, and now this concludes the first part of just how to make a vertical savings challenge. In the next part, we'll keep going through this, and then we'll keep building as this go, but I don't want to make these like super long videos. So this is essentially how you make this, and then in the link down below, I will save all of these, and you know, as we continue going. But for this series, I don't know how I'll end these, but you know, Jesus Christ is Lord, you know, and every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Jesus is Lord. Plain and simple. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.